In my previous video, the numerical problems that were discussed were the examples on electrostatic potential. Today, we will consider the examples and the numericals from the exercise of this chapter 2.1. So here is first example. So what is the technique to solve a numerical problem? The first step for this, first read the question carefully at least 2 times and write the things given in the question, and also find what is required in the question. Then think which formula is applicable or which application is applicable. Then you can solve the numerical easily. So first I start with the example 2.8. Here the example 2.8, a slab of material of dielectric constant K has the same area as the plate of a parallel plate capacitor but has a thickness 3 upon 4t. So initially in this question, a parallel plate capacitor without dielectric. The area of the plate is A and the separation between the plates is D. So C naught is equal to epsilon naught A by D. This is the formula for the capacitance. Now in second case, when this parallel plate capacitor, the separation is D, a dielectric slab of dielectric constant K whose thickness is T is placed in between. Here T is given, T is 3 upon 4D. So we have to find how is the capacitance change. In this question, how is the capacitance changed? So we have to find the capacitance. For this the formula C is equal to epsilon naught A D minus T plus T upon K. This is the formula for capacitance when dielectric is placed. So C is equal to epsilon naught A D minus T. T is this 3 by 4D. So putting this plus T upon K. So taking D common, we have 1 minus 3 upon 4, and also putting the value of T. T is here 3 by 4 D. So D is taken common. Here we have 3 upon 4K. And this epsilon naught A by D into 1 upon this 1 minus 3 by 4, it is 1 by 4 plus 3 upon 4K. So this epsilon naught A by D, this is equal to C naught. So here C equal to C naught upon, now taking LCM 4K, here we have K plus 3. So it is equal to 4K upon K plus 3 into C naught. So this is the answer, 4K plus K plus 3 into C naught, that is the new capacitance. So in this way we can solve this problem. Now come to the next example. Example number 2.9. Here a network of capacitors are shown. Each has capacitance 10 picofarad. C1, this C1 10 picofarad, C2 10 picofarad, C3 10 picofarad, and this C4 is 10 picofarad. So first we have to find the net capacitance. There are two parts, the equivalent capacitance of the network. So here the battery is connected. Suppose some charge flow from here. Let some charge flow, and from that charge this Q dash goes to this branch and Q goes to this branch. Here is some charge, initial charge Qi. So this Qi is distributed at this point. Q dash goes in this branch and Q in this branch. So here it is clear from the diagram, the charge is same on each capacitor. So here the same charge Q, and here also Q. So we know the concept, the charges are same in series combination. It means these three capacitors C1, C2 and C3, these three are in series. So example number 2.9, we find the net capacitance of C1, C2 and C3. Suppose it is C dash. So C dash is equal to this will comes out to be 1 upon C dash is equal to 1 upon 10 plus 1 upon 10 plus 1 upon 10, that is 3 by 10, that is 10 by 3. So C dash is equal to 10 by 3 microfarad. So C dash is 10 by 3 microfarad. With this C3, with this C dash, it is C dash, and the left out capacitor is C4. And this is 500 volts. So now these two are in parallel combination. Now the net capacitance C double dash, this will be C dash plus C4. So 10 by 3 plus 10, that is 40 by 3 microfarad. So this is the net capacitance, 40 by 3 microfarad. Now we have to find the part B of this question. Part B is the charge on each capacitor. This is the A part, and part B, charge on each capacitor. So first we will find the Qi, that is total charge, Qi initial. So it is net capacitance, that is C double dash into B. B is 500 volt. So C double dash comes out to be 40 upon 3 microfarad. If it is converted into farad, it is into 10 to the power minus 6 into B. B is 500. So it is 20,000 upon 3 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb. So this is the net charge, or we can write by dividing these. Now the charge in the branch AD means Q dash. In AD branch, in this AD branch, the potential is 500. The potential is 500. So for this we will apply the formula Q dash is equal to C4B. So C4, that is the capacitance, and it is 10 microfarad. So 10 into B is 500. So it is 5,000 microcoulomb. It is given in microfarad, so it is microcoulomb. Or we can write 5,000 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb. It is 5 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb. So this is the value of Q4. Now we want to find the charge Q. The charge Q will be same. Q will be same on C1, C2 and C3. So this Q will be on C1, same will be on C2, and same will be on C3 because they are in series. So Q can be find out. This Q is equal to Q initial minus Q dash. So Q initial is 20,000 upon 3 into 10 to the power minus 6 minus Q dash. Q dash is 5,000 into 10 to the power minus 6. So to 5 to the 15. So it is 5,000 . It is 5000 into 10 to the power minus 6 divided by 3. So it comes out to be 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 3 coulomb, or we can write 1.7 into 10 to the power minus 3 coulomb. So this is the charge on each capacitor. Again, think the charge, this charge flow at this point A, there is a distribution of charge, Q dash flow to the arm AD and Q flow to arm AB. Because C1, C2 and C3 are connected in series, charges are same. So first we calculated the net capacitance of these three, C1, C2 and C3, and with this net capacitance C4 is in parallel, so we find the net capacitance. So this was the example number 2.9. Now we come to the next example. Now this is example number 2.10. 2.10. Here a 900, so here a 900 picofarad, this is 900 picofarad initially, capacitance is given 900, charged by a 100 volt battery. So V is equal to 100 volt. How much electrostatic energy is stored? First question is electrostatic energy stored. So U is equal to, we will apply half CV square. So half C is 900 into picofarad, it is 10 to the power minus 12, into B square, it is 100 into 100. So we will get 4.5 into 10 raised to the power 246 10 to the power minus 6 joule. So it is the energy, that is 4.5 into 10 to the power minus 6 joule. This is the answer of part A. Now come to the part B. The capacitor is disconnected. This capacitor is disconnected from here, disconnected from the battery and connected to another. Now this capacitor is connected to with this capacitor of 900 picofarad. What is the electrostatic energy stored by the system? So when this is connected to another uncharged capacitor, charge will flow from this capacitor. The charge will flow from this capacitor to another capacitor until the potential becomes same. So we will find the common potential in this case. Common potential. The formula for common potential is C1V1 plus C2V2 upon C1 plus C2. So initially the initial capacitor of 900 picofarad. So it is 900 into 10 to the power minus 12, and the voltage was 100. Another capacitor, second capacitor, is also of same capacitance. So we will use the same value. What is uncharged? So potential is 0 of this capacitor. This is important thing, potential is 0. Now C1 plus C2, 900 into 10 to the power minus 12 plus 900 into 10 to the power minus 12. So here is 900 into 100 into 10 to the power minus 12. This whole quantity is 0 upon here is 2 into 900 into 10 to the power minus 12. So 900 is cancelled out. It is cancelled out. We get 50 volt. So 50 volt will be the net potential, net common potential when these two are connected in second case. In the second case, the potential is 50 volt. Now the energy in the second case, U is equal to half C1B square plus half C2B square. So half C1 plus C2 B square, half C1 is 900 picofarad, so 900 into 10 to the power minus 12 plus 900 into 10 to the power minus 12 into B square. This B will be the common potential, so 50 into 50, 1 upon 2 into 2 times of 900 into 10 to the power minus 12 into, this is 2500, 2 is cancelled out, 25 9 225 into 10 to the power 2 or 2 4, so it is minus 8, so 2.25 into 10 to the power minus 6 joule. This is the answer of this part. Now come to the exercise. Here is the exercise. First question, 2.1. Two charges. Here are two charges. One is 5 into 10 to the minus 8 and another is minus 3 into 10 to the power minus 8. So here are two charges. Suppose this is 5 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb and this is minus 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb, and the distance between them is 0.16 meter. At what points, here we have to find point, not points on the line joining the two charges, the electric potential is 0. So suppose this point is A, this point is B. Suppose we take a point P which is at a distance x from A. So this distance will be 0.16 minus x meter, at which the potential is 0. So we will write the formula of potential at point P due to the charges at A and B and put equal to 0. So we have to write BP equal to 0. So BP is equal to potential B1 plus B2 equal to 0. That is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Charge is at A, it is 5 into 10 to the power minus 8 upon R, distance is x, plus the second is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, charge is minus 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 and the distance is 0.16 minus x equal to 0. So when we solve it, after solving you will get x equal to 10 centimeter. On solving we will get 10 centimeter. If the point P is taken away from B, the second situation, if these are the point A, B which are at 1.6 meter apart, charge on A is 5 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb and on this minus 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb. Suppose the point is not in between A and B, it is outside AB. Suppose the point is at this location. Suppose this is y meter. So when we write in the same way BQ equal to 0, so it will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q, 5 into 10 to the power minus 8, and the distance between AQ, it is 0.16 plus y plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught minus 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 and the distance is y equal to 0. When it is solved, you will get y equal to 0.24 meter. So distance from A will be, so distance of Q from A, this will be 0.24 plus the distance is 0.16, so it is 0.40 meter or 40 centimeter. So this is the question number 2.1. Now come to 2.2. In some question we will give only hint. Is a regular hexagon. Regular hexagon means the side of each side is equal. So at the center will be the point of intersection of the diagonal. So each triangle will be a equilateral triangle. Each triangle will be a equilateral triangle, and each charge will be at the same distance from the center. So OA is equal to OD. All these will be equal. So the net electric potential will be 6 times the potential due to one charge, Q by R. R is this distance, is R. So by substituting this, by putting the values of this 6 into 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R, will get 2.7 into 10 to the power 6 volt. Now come to 2.3. So 2.3 is 2 microcoulomb and minus 2 microcoulomb, 2.3. Here is 2 microcoulomb. One charge is 2 microcoulomb. Another is minus 2 microcoulomb. Are placed at point A and B 6 centimeter apart. So distance is 6 centimeter between these. The first is identify the equipotential surface. Identify the equipotential surface. As we know, this is a dipole, and equipotential means a surface at which every point is at same potential. So we know in the case of equatorial line, so when a plane that passes through passing through its midpoint and perpendicular to the line, a plane passing through the midpoint of AB and perpendicular to it, then on this plane every point will be equidistant from A and B. So every point on this plane will be equidistant. So when equidistant, then the potential of every point on this plane will be 0. This is the case of electric dipole, and we have already found the electric potential on the equatorial line, and it is 0. So every point will be at 0 potential. That is, the potential of every point on this plane is same. So it is equipotential surface. So equipotential surface is a plane perpendicular to this line and passing through the midpoint. What is the direction of electric field? As we know, on the equipotential surface the electric field is perpendicular. So the electric field will be perpendicular. ये जो plane है, इस पे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड परपेंडिकुलर होगा, and it is from A to B. Electric field from A to B. So this is question number 2.3. Now come to 2.4. It is also a simple question. A spherical conductor of radius 12 centimeter has a charge 1.6 inside the sphere. Inside the sphere electric field is 0. Just outside the sphere we'll use the formula 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. And at a point 18 centimeter from the center, for this, in place of R we will use R square. So this will be 18 centimeter. So for finding the electric field due to spherical charge conductor, we suppose that charge at the center, though charge reside on the surface, but for finding electric field we assume that charge at the center. Now 2.5. A parallel plate capacitor with air between the plate has capacitance of 8 picofarad. Initially when there is air. 2.5. When there is air and the separation is D, area of the plate is A, the capacitance, it is given C naught is equal to epsilon naught A by D. This is the formula for capacitance, epsilon naught A by D. And this is given is equal to 8 picofarad. Now in the second case, if the distance between the plate is reduced by half and the space between them is filled with a substance, reduced by half, and the space is filled by a substance of dielectric constant 6. In second case, the space, this D, this separation becomes D by 2. No change on the area is same, and this whole thing is filled by dielectric or dielectric constant 6. So in this case the capacitance is epsilon naught Ka by D. D is D by 2. So K is here 6 and this 2 will come to the numerator, epsilon naught A by D, it is 12, and this epsilon naught A by D is 8 picofarad. So into 8, so it is 96 picofarad. This is the answer of this question. Now we come to the question number 6, 2.6. Three capacitors of capacitance 9 picofarad are connected in series. 3 are connected in series. The important thing in solving the question, wherever the diagram is needed, make the diagram and the question will be easy to understand. So there are 3 capacitors of capacitance 9 picofarad. Each have same capacitance. What is the total capacitance? First part, total capacitance. So total capacitance 1 upon C is equal to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3. So it is 1 upon 9 plus 1 upon 9, that is 3 into 1 upon 9. So C is equal to 3 picofarad. So this is the net capacitance. Now, so this is the net capacitance of the combination. Now determine the charge on each capacitor. So this is the part, what is the total capacitance? This is the answer of this question. Now what is the potential difference across each capacitor? The combination is connected to a 120 volt supply. When it is connected to 120 volt supply, because the capacitors are of same capacitance, so potential will be divided equally. So potential across each, B1 equal to B2 equal to B3, it is equal to of 40 volt. This potential is divided equally. Now 2.7, 3 capacitors. The simple questions. 3 capacitors of capacitance 2 picofarad, 3 picofarad and 4 picofarad. Wherever diagram is needed, make the diagram. So the question will be easy to understand. So here I am making the diagram. These are the 3 capacitors which are in parallel. So the first question is, what is the net capacitance? It is simple. Net capacitance C is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. So C1 is 2 plus 3 plus 4, that is 2, 3, 5, 4, 9 picofarad. Now the B part, determine the charge on each capacitor. So if it is connected to a 100 volt supply, when it is connected to a 100 volt supply, what will happen? So when total charge Q, when flow, it is distributed at this point, suppose Q1 along this branch, Q2 along this branch, and Q3 along this branch. Because the two plates of each capacitor is connected to 100 volts, so potential difference is same. So Q1 will be equal to C1B, Q2 will be equal to C2B, and Q3 is equal to C3B. B is same. B is same because they are connected in parallel. So C1, first case, it is 2 picofarad into it is 100 volt, so it is 200 picocoulomb. In the same way, it is 3 into 100, so it is 300 picocoulomb. And the third case, C3, it is 4 and it is 100, it is 400 picocoulomb. So these are the answers of this question. Now come to question number 2.8. In a parallel plate capacitor with air, each plate has an area. So A is given. A is 6 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter square, and the distance between the plate is 3 millimeter. That is D. D is equal to 3 millimeter. That is 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter. Calculate the capacitance. So C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. So 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 into area is 6 into 10 to the power minus 3, and the separation is 3 into 10 to the power minus 3. This is cancelled out. So it is 2. 2 4 is 8. 2 5 is 10. 16 17. So 16 17. So it is 17.708 farad, or approximately equal to 18 farad. So it is approximately equal to 18 farad. So this is the case. 18 10 to the power minus 12 is left out. So into 10 to the power minus 12. So here is this is farad, and 18 we can write 18 picofarad. So this is the capacitance. Now if this connected to a 100 volt supply, what is the charge on each plate? Now charge Q is equal to CB. So C that we take, that comes out to be nearly, I have taken 18 picofarad. So 18 into 10 to the power minus 12 farad into volt. Volt is 100 volt. So it is 18 into 10 minus 12. It is 1.8 into 10 to the power minus 9. This much of charge is on each plate. Now the interesting question is with the question number 2.9. Now the question number 2.9, this is a very conceptual based question. Question number 2.9. Explain what would happen if the capacitor given in exercise 2.8, a 3 millimeter thick, mica sheet, means whole of the space is filled with a dielectric of constant 6, were inserted between the plate. So what would happen? So the important concept, when voltage supply remain connected, and voltage supply remain connected, then B will remain constant. अगर वोल्टेज सप्लाई कनेक्टेड रहती है कैपेसिटर में तो वोल्टेज कांस्टेंट रहेगा. सो हियर द वोल्टेज विल रिमेन कांस्टेंट. व्हाट विल बी द चेंज? द कैपेसिटेंस विल बी चेंज बिकॉज डाइलेक्ट्रिक इज प्लेस्ड. सो इन दिस 2.9 C dash is equal to K times of C. Initial capacitance which was calculated in 2.8, and here K is 6. So 6 into 18 picofarad, so it is 108 picofarad. So capacitance is changed, and capacitance is changed. Battery is connected. The important thing is battery is connected, so this potential will remain constant. So what will happen? Q is equal to CB. B is constant. According to the formula, Q dash is equal to C dash B. Because B is constant, C is changing, so Q dash charge will be changed. So C dash is 108 picofarad into B. B's battery is constant, but is 100 volt. So we have 108 this and converted into, and this is volt. So and this is converted picofarad into farad, 10 to the power minus 12, so it becomes coulomb. So we will have minus 10 minus 8, so 1.08 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulombs. So these will be the changes when the capacitor space, the space between the capacitor is filled with a dielectric and the battery remain connected. So this was the case when the battery remained connected. Second thing, after the supply was disconnected, when supply disconnected, important thing, when supply disconnected, charge remains same. जब बैटरी डिस्कनेक्ट कर देते हैं तो कैपेसिटर में चार्ज सेम रहता है, चार्ज चेंज नहीं होगा, चार्ज वही रहेगा जो चार्ज पहले था. So this is the important concept for this question. The charge will remain same, and initially the charge was initial charge was 1.8. This is the initial charge, 1.8 into 10 to the power minus 9 coulomb. Capacitance is changed. C dash, it is 108 picofarad or 108 into 10 to the power minus 12 farad. So the potential will be changed. So B dash is equal to Q dash. Q will not change, Q upon C dash. So Q is 1.8 into 10 to the power minus 9 upon C. C is this 1.08 into 10 to the power minus 10. So when it is solved, we will get 16.6 volt. So voltage will be changed. So these are the two important things. When battery remain connected, potential will remain same. When battery is disconnected, charge will remain same. So these are the two important concepts. 2.110 is very easy question. Now we come to the question number 2.11. A 600 picofarad capacitor is charged. So 2.11. This C1 is 600 picofarad and B1 is equal to 200 volt. It is then disconnected from the supply and is connected to another uncharged capacitor. Another capacitor 600 picofarad, but it is uncharged, so potential of this capacitor is 0. How much electrostatic energy is lost in the process? So we will use the formula for loss of energy, delta U. The formula is half C1 C2 upon C1 plus C2 B1 minus B2 whole square. So half C1 it is 600 picofarad. Convert into farad. 600 into 10 to the power minus 12 upon 600 into 10 to minus 12 plus 600 into 10 to the power minus 12. In the bracket it is 200 minus 0 whole square. So here we have 1 upon 2 into 600 into 600 into 10 to the power minus 24. In the denominator is 2 times 600 into 10 to the power minus 12 into here is 200 minus 0, 200 square, that is 200 into 200. So here 2 this 2 is cancelled out, here 600 is cancelled out, so we have only 600 into 10 to the power this 12 minus 12 into here it is 10 to the power 4. So we have 6 into 10 to the power minus 6 joule. So this is the loss in energy, 6 into 10 to the power minus 6 joule. So all these were the questions of the exercise. The additional exercise will be taken in the next video.